I've been a fruitarian now for 3 years, and I've gone through many different transitions. I've experienced a lot in a short period of time. Specifically speaking about fruitarianism and my diet, I found that I've grown to feel my best, not just physically, but also mentally and emotionally when I'm eating very high water content foods. And maybe my body has become adjusted so much to high water content foods that when I eat foods that aren't very high water content, they negatively affect me. Specifically speaking about very low water content foods, such as dried fruits like fresh dates. These things are intensely sweet, and they make me feel as if I'm eating cooked foods. I have the same physical reaction, being dehydrated, and taking more time and energy for digestion. I find that they take more from me than what I would hope for them to give to me. When I eat watermelon, when I eat papaya, any type of berries, or anything that's just sweet and juicy, I always feel really good and light from when I eat it until I expel it. I've found that specifically with dates that I feel sluggish. They make me erratic in my behaviors. I cannot stop eating them. And I don't like having that emotional and mental loss of control over myself and my food. I enjoy dates. They taste very good. If they're added to a fancy food preparation dish, they certainly can accentuate the food taste. But if I have dates in the house and I start eating one, it turns into 3, and then it turns into 30, and then it turns into 100, and I can't stop eating these things. It also makes me look less forward to eating foods that are less intense in flavor and that aren't as sweet. For my ultramarathon running, dates are an ideal food that give me very sustainable energy, and I've had much success using them as my fuel. But I need to say that I cannot be around dates, and I cannot eat them outside of ultra running. They make most other foods taste bland. They're extremely dense in calories, and your body easily figures out how to convert the sugars into stored body fat. It's very easy to overeat on dates because it takes a lot of time for your body to rehydrate these things in your digestive system. And by the time these dates dehydrate you, you can feel extremely full, and then you become quite lethargic because of all the digestion that I believe is taking place. I'm not a fan of dates outside of ultra running. I do not suggest them outside of transitioning from cooked foods. Long term, I think it's something that you should avoid, and that you should realize that when you are eating them, that you should limit your intake and try to reserve these things for special occasions. High water content foods is what nature intended for, and that's what I believe is best for our health.